Good morning, my name is Christian, and this morning we're looking at 1 Corinthians 1 verses 26 to 31. We see that at the beginning of this, in verse 26, Paul addresses the Corinthians by saying, "Brothers and sisters, think of what you were when you were called." So he's saying when you came to believe in Jesus, what was your current situation? What was your situation at the time? And we can ask ourselves that very same question. When we came to believe in Jesus, what was our situation? He goes on to say, that by human standards, not many of you are influential, not many of you are powerful, not many of you are wise. And he uses that phrase, not many of you. So some may have been influential when they came to Christ, but not many of you were. Not many of you were powerful, and not many of you were strong or wise. So what he's trying to get at is that there is a common denominator there, but it's not our current situation. It's not our job situation, or it's not whether we're considered weak or whether we're considered strong by human or worldly terms. It's not like the Olympics where if you're strong, you're building up these points and that gets you credit in the bank with God. He's not saying that. He's your current situation, whether you were weak or whether you're strong, it wasn't that at all, whether you're powerful or not powerful. So what he's trying to get at is that we see in the next verses 27 to 28, Paul uses the phrase, God chose 3 times. God chose. So it's no accident that you came to believe in Jesus. You didn't just stumble on the gospel and become a Christian. It's no, God chose you. And he goes on to say that, God chooses the foolish. He chooses the weak. He chooses the despised. And that's so that you can't boast in it. So you can't stand over there and be like, yeah, we're the strong people, and that's why God chose us, and you're the weak people over there. You'll never build up credit with God. He's trying to just break that down, trying to break these divisions and say, no, actually, that's not the common denominator. The common denominator as to why you believe in Jesus is that God chose. And he chooses the weak and the despised, so that no one can say, no one can boast it's because of the merit that I've built up. It's no, God chose you. So that's our encouragement this morning, is that God chose you. And we see in Philippians 1 that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. So our encouragement is that God chose you, and what he starts, he will finish in you. So that's encouragement this morning. Jesus, we thank you that you chose us, not based on what I'm doing today or what I did yesterday, but God, you chose me, and I thank you for that. And I thank you that the work you started in me, you will complete, you will see it through. I thank you for that. Amen. Amen. Thanks so much for joining me this morning, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow morning.